Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 6 recap video. In this video, I'm going to be going over what we did this week, Monday through Friday, and then I'm going to be talking about what we have coming up next week. So subscribe if you haven't already, leave a like if you enjoyed, and leave any comments or questions for me down below. So for this week, on Monday, we had our lesson on hand and power tools, and then we took our compressor and diesel engines test, and then we watched the movie Oceans of Fire again. And then on Tuesday, we took our test on hand and power tools. And then we started our lesson on construction drawings. And then we went out to the dive station, one of the dive stations, and we basically did like a schematic drawing of basically where the power source is, and then the compressor, and then like the manifold that has all the various valves and hoses hooked up to it that disperse the air to the volume tanks, and also the hyperbaric chamber. So basically doing a rough sketch of all of that stuff, learning about construction drawings. And then after that, on Tuesday evening, we got to don all of our scuba gear and actually get into the pool, and actually for the first time get to start our scuba diving skills in the water. And then on Wednesday, we took our construction drawings test, and then we began our lesson on rigging. And then we got a lot into knot tying that day. So basically we stayed in the classroom, and for a little bit we learned some knots, we practiced knots. So we kind of started getting to be familiar with the various knots of commercial diving. So we also learned about splicing cable wires. And then on Thursday, we started our lesson on material handling. And then we actually went out to one of the dive stations again, but this time we did knot tying out there, because they have a special like pole system where you can line up half the class on one side, and then there's room on the other side for the other half of the class, and everybody can practice tying their knots to an actual structure. So we did that Thursday afternoon. And then on Friday, I spent most of the morning jamming scuba bottles, and then we took our test on material handling. And then on Friday, we got to continue with our scuba diving skills. Like we did the regulator retrieval skill, and then we did taking the mask off and clearing the mask. And then the other students in the class got to go in the 20-foot dive tower, and they got to descend almost down to the bottom of the 20-foot tower and make sure they can clear and make sure they can, stay neutrally buoyant, and got practice with that. So that was basically everything that went down in week 6. So this marks the end of our second week of our sophomore module. So next week we're now moving into our third week of our sophomore module, and we'll be diving the entire week. So from Monday through Friday, we'll be diving every single day. I think we're trying to change up the rotation where we're not getting every single student in our class in the river every day. We'll be doing like longer bottom times, so not everybody's going to get to dive every day. So we'll see how that goes. But this week was really slow. We had a lot of downtime that I felt like really could be used for more things, more learning, more hands-on things and stuff like that. But I'm really excited for this next week. I'm gonna keep looking forward, and so this next week is gonna be tons of bottom time, tons of time in the water. We should be rigging things underwater, so tying the knots that we learned to different things underwater so that they topside can pull them up, just like kind of a simulation how you would actually do it at a commercial diving job site. So looking forward to that. And I did do a knot tying video yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. It's just, I think there's about 22 different knots that I did in that video, and it just, you know, some knots I do twice just to kind of show it again and stuff like that. That's why the video is like 22 minutes long. But that's basically all the knots that we went through. So I wanted to share all of that on my channel, just so, you know, if you're looking for that, you can find it all in one place. So, but yeah, that's basically everything we got going on this week. That's all I have for this video, you guys. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave any comments or questions for me down below, and stay tuned for next week, and have a great one. Peace.